go ahead and grab a towel. Your towel is going to be rolled up, kind of like a little burrito. Make sure it's nice and long, nice and skinny so you can lie down on it. You're going to place your towel lengthwise on your mat. You're going to line the towel up with your lower back. When you're ready, lie down over your towel. You might need to readjust exactly where on your lower back the towel lines up. If this is very uncomfortable, just shimmy yourself down a little bit so that the towel instead lands at your mid-back. There should be some support for your head right here. Arms come into a cactus, you get a little bit of a chest opener. Bring the soles of your feet together as you let your knees splay out. If it's uncomfortable having the towel underneath your head, you can always gently roll it up and place it underneath your neck instead, just to give yourself a little bit of elevation here, some support. This is where I'm going to stay for this pose. Get comfortable, readjust, rearrange as much as you like here. Make sure you find a comfortable spot where you can hold, where you can breathe. And then gently close your eyes. Tune into any leftover twitches you may have in your fingers. Really let them relax. Any last little adjustments you need to make to feel balanced and to feel supported. Be aware of the support that you have right now. The support of your mat underneath you. Your towel providing a minor stretch, small release. And then start to bring awareness to your breath. Gentle and slow. Full and intentional. Holding you in this space. And then very slowly start to pull your knees together. Separate your feet about hip width apart. Draw your palms in and over your heart space. Palms rest on your chest. And then use your elbow, your forearms to press yourself up and slide your towel out of the way. Go ahead and lie back down flat on the floor, feeling the different sensation. Palms face up next to your hips, and gently rock your head from side to side. And pause and center. Keep your left foot exactly where it is. Gather your right knee towards your right inner arm. Compress the hip. And then slowly start to extend your right leg to the sky. Take your fingers behind your thigh. Start to slowly and gently point and flex your right foot. And start to make some circles in both directions. And then pause, completely relax through your foot as you gently guide your leg in towards your body, maybe even taking your fingers to the back of your calf. Then slowly release, cross your right leg completely over your left. Then pull your leg pile in towards your body. Just grab onto your knees as you pull your legs in. If you're craving a little bit more, you can slide your hands down your legs, maybe even grab onto the outer edges of your feet. Keep your lower back on the floor as you pull your knees in and take your heels away from each other. Slowly release. Lower your left foot back down, then slide your right ankle over your left knee. Bring your leg pile back in towards your body as you interlace your fingers behind your left calf or maybe around your left shin. Keep your lower back down on the earth. And then slowly release your palms. Left foot comes down, right foot comes down. Give your knees a little shake side to side. And then find center. Right foot stays. Left knee comes in with your left inner arm. And then slowly lengthen your left leg to the sky. Interlace your fingers behind your calf to start. Point and flex your left foot. Be nice and gentle. Go nice and slow. Maybe invite in some circles in both directions with your ankle. And then pause in stillness. Totally relax your left foot as you pull your left leg closer in towards your body. Maybe even slide your palms to the back of your calf. And then gently release, cross your left leg completely over your right and just hug your knees in towards your chest. You can stay, or if you're craving more, slide your palms down your legs, pull your knees in, keep your lower back down as you send your heels away from each other. And then slowly unravel, unwind. As your right foot comes down, slide your left ankle over your right knee. Then bring your legs back in towards your body as you interlace your fingers either behind your right thigh or around your right shin. And then slowly release. Both feet come down. Give your legs a little wiggle. And then find stillness. Roll over to one side as you make your way into a seat on your mat. Find your legs in a cross-legged position. You can stay here. You don't have to use your towel. If you would like to, the towel can provide great support right underneath the back of your hips. This raises your hips up a little bit so your knees can relax down a little bit more comfortably, and your towel can be folded up however you like. So you can have a nice big stack for a lot of support, or a thinner one if you only need a little bit of support. Big inhale, palms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your crossed legs. Find a place where you can comfortably reach and extend out, and then press through your palms, feel your upper back round, and the back of your hips reconnect with your mat. Slowly walk your palms back in towards your body. Switch the cross of your legs. Use your hands to support you. Big inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold over your legs as far as you can reach out. Then press through your palms, upper back rounds. The back of your hips reconnect with your mat. And then bring your palms back in towards your body. Sit all the way up. If you decided to use your towel, slide it out from underneath you and place it to the side of your mat so we can use it later. Start to make your way into our four-legged pose, our tabletop. If you want some support for your knees here, you can take your towel right underneath your knees, give yourself some cushion. Hips over your knees, shoulders over your wrists. Keep your toes untucked. Big inhale, pull your chest forwards. Shoulder blades slide down your back body as your tail tips up. Exhale, round and curl. Press the mat away from you with your palms and with your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, pause in neutral, toes curl under, lift your hips to the sky, find downward dog. You might need to readjust a little bit just to find comfort in your down dog. From downward dog, bring your gaze to your thumbs and step your right foot forwards. Lower your left knee down back onto that cushion of your towel, uncurl your toes. Keep your right knee behind your right toes. You may need to help your foot forwards just a little bit. Come onto your fingertips. Squeeze into your left glutes. As you let your hips come down, you'll feel some resistance. You want that resistance. Then lift your gaze as you broaden your collarbones forwards. Keep the squeeze in your left glutes as you continue to let your hips sink down. And then bring your gaze back down. Walk your right hand to the inside of your right foot and then shimmy your right foot slightly over to your right towards the edge of your mat. Bring your hips back down. You can stay right here on your palms, or you can lower your forearms down to your mat. Press back onto your palms as you lift your chest. Kickstand your left toes over to the right. So now they're in line behind your left knee. Keep the 90-degree bend in your right leg and walk your palms towards the left and make a triangle. You can walk your hands out as far as you would like, or you can keep them pretty close in towards your body. Whatever you choose, just keep this 90 degrees in your right leg and continue to send your hips back and your knee back. This should already be a pretty intense stretch, but if you want to reach your arms all the way out and lengthen, go ahead. And then gently crawl your palms back towards the top of your mat. Re-kickstand your left toes behind you. Crawl your right foot in. Rearrange your palms underneath your shoulders. Curl your back toes under, float your back knee, and then kick your right heel in towards your left hip, and then lower your outer calf down into a half pigeon pose. Let both sides of your hips get nice and heavy. Take a big inhale. Grow long through your crown. Exhale, forward fold. If you would like a different kind of support in Pigeon, you can take your towel out from under your knee, fold it, and place it underneath your right hip. This will bring the mat closer to you. And slowly press back into your palms, lift your chest, curl your back toes under, float your back knee, and just step back into downward dog. Pedal out your feet a little bit here, get some length in the backs of your legs, stretch through your calves. And then find stillness, lengthen both heels towards your mat. Gaze at your thumbs, step your left foot forwards, lower your right knee down. Rearrange as much as you'd like. Come onto your fingertips, squeeze into your right glutes as you let your hips come down. This will provide some resistance, and you want that resistance. And then lift your gaze. Keep the squeeze in your glutes. And then slowly back off. Walk your left hand on the inside of your left foot as you gently shimmy your left foot over to the left edge of your mat. Let your hips get heavy. You can stay here on your palms, or you can lower down onto your forearms. Then press onto your palms. Shimmy your left foot back towards center. Kickstand your right toes over to the left. And then crawl your fingertips slightly towards the right to make a triangle. Keep that generous 90 degrees in your left knee. You want to keep your hips sending back and your knee sending back. Maybe even walk your fingertips out even further. You should feel this right away. We'll hold for a few rounds of breath. And then walk your fingertips back forwards, kickstand your right toes back out, rearrange, find your classic lunge, curl your back toes under, float your back knee, and then kick left heel in towards your right hip, and then lower down for half pigeon pose. Both sides of your hips get nice and heavy. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Make your adjustments, get comfortable. Think about total relaxation and bringing space to the areas that feel tense. Focus all your energy there on the release. And then start to press into your palms as you lift your chest. Curl your back toes under and step back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here. Get some length. Wake up. And then find stillness. Heels grow heavy towards your mat. And then lower your knees down to the floor and make your way into a seated position. Bring your towel with you. From here, you want to fold your towel up to make a square, a nice thick square so it's nice and supportive. From here, you'll send your crossed legs slightly forward so you have some space between your pelvis and your calves. Your left foot is going to rest on your mat for now as you gently slide your right leg slightly over so your knee is a little bit more in line with your hip. Doesn't have to be exactly. Then you're going to take your left ankle and cross it over top your right knee. So this is a really intense stretch and it's not easy, to be completely honest with you. So if you're having trouble getting to this sort of position to look anything like this, you can always just come into a cross-legged position, take your stretch like we did in the beginning, or you can cross your left foot over completely and let your knees fall one on top of the other. This is less intense, and then you can forward fold. Otherwise, you're going to be staying with me in a fire log pose. You'll take your nice cushion towel and slide it underneath your left hip. So it'll make your hips a little bit lopsided, but especially if you're very tight in your hips and you can't get anywhere close to looking like this can get you very close. So nice big cushion. I am going to unfold my towel a little bit so I have a little cushion more on my outer hip. So it still gives me that lift so I can be comfortable and I'm not in pain, because you do not want to be in pain when you're stretching. From here, take a big inhale. As you exhale, forward fold only as much as is comfortable. It might be a little bit, just like me, or maybe you're able to fold completely over your legs. Think about breath and space moving into those areas of tightness full of tension. And instead of squeezing and holding on to that tension, imagine releasing, relaxing, and letting it go. You're left with just this grand space. And then slowly lift your chest back up. Very gently unwind your legs. Remove your towel. Let's switch sides. So you know how to set yourself up. If this is uncomfortable, just bring your heels a little closer together, knees on top of one another, and fold, or fold over your cross leg, or use your towel. Use that nice big chunky towel underneath your right hip to lift up, bring the mat closer to you, and give you that space. You don't have to use a towel at all, completely optional. I'm going to use it only half folded, so I'm still comfortable and I'm not in pain while I'm in this stretch. Big inhale. And then exhale, fold only as much as is comfortable. Tune into your breath. Make it generous. Send your breath to those areas of tightness. And then gently pull your chest back up. Unravel, unwind your legs, remove your towel. Keep it close by so we can use it. From here, start to lie back down on your mat. Take your knees in towards your body. Leave your arms on the insides of your legs. Grab for either your big toes, your outer feet, your ankles, your calves, or your inner knees as you find your happy baby. Lengthen your lower back down towards the earth. Gently close your eyes. You can start to rock side to side if that's comfortable. And keeping your eyes closed, release your grasp, lower your feet down, about as wide as your mat, knees fall in towards each other. You're here for just an inhale and exhale. Then let both knees fall over to the right, let your back lift up, and then let both knees fall over to the left. Nice and slow, keep this windshield wiper going. And after your knees fall to the left, bring your knees back to touch, fall into each other at center. Grab onto your towel. Lie your towel across your stomach and your chest. So you may need to unwind the towel completely to give yourself a little bit of warmth, but also a little bit of weight to help relax you. Towel across your chest, across your belly. Then close your eyes. Aware of the support you have once again. Your mat underneath you. Your towel above you. And with each generous breath, aware of the spaces, the new space you have in your body, along your back, your hips. Focus on sending even more space to those areas now. to be cradled and cherished. And then be nice and slow as you start to move your fingers and toes. Give a little roll to your ankles and your wrists. Lengthen your legs, bend your arms, find movement. Take your towel off of you. Roll over to one side. Press yourself into your comfortable seat. No rules, no requirements as you find whatever kind of seat is comfortable for you. Eyes meet closed, palms touch as you pull them in towards your heart center. Thank you so much for showing up on the other side of the screen today to practice with me and share your energy. Namaste.